The next management practice we're going to talk about is erosion control. There are many factors that contribute to erosion issues. Historical land use, property location, lack of vegetation, and new and existing development around your property all contribute to erosion issues. If your property is located in an area that is highly developed or new development is currently happening around your property, you may have erosion issues due to the increasing impervious surface in the area. Increasing impervious surfaces result in increased water flow and can lead to erosion issues. Many of the natural streams, creeks, and rivers are not able to handle the increased water flow. Over time, our natural waterways begin to show signs of erosion. As you can see in this photo, the vegetation and soil are being removed due to the excessive flow and force of the increasing water. So is this the cure? Many of you have most likely seen these unnatural concrete ditches in urban areas where the focus is to get the water out of the city as quickly as possible. Unfortunately, the water has to go somewhere, and at the end of this concrete ditch is a natural area suffering from severe erosion. Today's developers are realizing that concrete channelization is not the answer to flood control. Changes are being made statewide to move towards sustainable development, focusing on pervious surfaces, enhancing riparian areas, and implementing best management practices for flood control. There are many management practices you can implement to help with erosion issues on your property. Some of these management practices include pond construction and repair, gully shaping, streamside pond and wetland revegetation, establishing native plants, dike and levee construction or management, and water diversion. Construction or repair of a pond for the purpose of preventing, stopping, or controlling erosion is an acceptable management practice to qualify for the wildlife tax valuation. At least one project must be implemented and maintained every 10 years. Revegetation of areas impacted by erosion is critical. This is a stream in an urban park that suffers from erosion. I would like to point out that the areas on both sides of the stream have been mowed all the way down to the stream's edge, which contributes to erosion issues and allows contaminants to enter the stream. So how can we fix this problem? This is the same stream 2 years later. As you can see, there is a 4 to 6 foot buffer zone on both edges of the stream where it is not being mowed. This helps to reduce contaminants entering the water and significantly reduces erosion. We then use small rocks to help slow down the water, and native vegetation was planted along the stream. Rock berms make excellent sediment barriers and can also be used to direct runoff. This option is fairly inexpensive, easy to make on your own, and is effective at controlling erosion in smaller areas. You can clearly see the erosion on this property due to increased water flow, slope of the land, and lack of understory vegetation. Here is a close-up of one of the gullies formed due to the erosion. How would you solve this issue? In this case, we recommended installing a permeable check dam. By placing large rocks spaced out in the gully, the permeable check dam slowed the runoff and promoted infiltration, reducing erosion. Over time, the vegetation will grow back. And it will look like this. You can see the gully is healing and the vegetation is growing back. Vegetated riprap incorporates a combination of rock and native vegetation. This management technique can be used to help protect banks that were negatively impacted by erosion and also to help redirect water flow. If you are experiencing erosion issues on your property, I encourage you to consider implementing some of the practices we discussed today.